after this day of, thoughtful discussions, and meeting panels, and also the release of the Account4GreenEco platform, now we move to this closing session of the conference. And to do so, I would like to end this conference by highlighting, I think that two conclusions that I think can be drawn from today's discussion, but I think that they also can encapsulate the goals and the spirit of the Account4GreenEco project. On the one hand, there is this need to foster dialogue and collaboration around the integration of sustainability accounting education in the European Union. So today we've heard different perspectives from educators, from academics, from practitioners that highlight that sustainability accounting is changing, and is changing in response, to emerging needs and to new challenges and to new opportunities. And as educators, I think that we need to take an active role and think how we are equipping our students with the knowledge and with the critical thinking skills that they need in order to be professionals that can engage in these tasks in the future. And I think that there are two types of collaborations that clearly speak about how we can address this need. On the one hand, the collaboration among academics, as I mentioned before, because we need to innovate together. We need to think how we can think outside the box in order to transfer this new knowledge to our students. And then also, I think that we need to think about the collaboration between academia and professionals, because we need to make sure that we are training our students to be capable of addressing that new future. And we have an active role to play in that. Then the second takeaway is that this has been the formal release of the Account4GreenEco platform. This has been the result of 3 years of work, of collaboration between the different institutions of the project. But for us, the platform is more than a repository of materials. So for us, the platform is a tool that seeks to support educators and to seek to support the students in order to address these new challenges. And I would like to think that the platform is not just the ending point. So this is the closing session of the conference, but I want to think that this platform starts its life today. So we need to be thinking about the future. So we don't know how the future is going to evolve. We've been discussing about the uncertainty around regulation. So we don't know what is going to happen with the omnibus, but there is something that we know for certain, which is that we need to address the socio-ecological crisis that we are facing. And accounting can play an active role in this regard. So accounting is an instrument for measurement and for accounting, but it's also an instrument that can be used for governance, for transformation. And I think that this is the key points that we need to focus, how we can think of accounting in an alternative way, as I mentioned before, in order to address these complex problems. Also, something that came as something really, really relevant during the discussions that we had in Montpellier among the different educators that were there, is that we need to cooperate together. We need to innovate together. So advancing sustainability accounting education is not just the role of an individual or an institution, nor the result of a project like this one. It should be a collaborative work. So we need to discuss, we need to think about new pedagogies. And I think that, or I would like to think that this project is opening the space for these new collaborations in the future. And to finalize, I would like to end this closing session by thanking the participants of the different panels, the academics, the people from ACCA, and also the people from the different companies that have been represented today. We are really, really grateful for all your insightful discussions that we have today, also for the attendees, both in person and online. And now I would like to take also this opportunity, and I'm going to read this because I don't want to leave anyone out. So I want also to take this opportunity to thank all of those with whom we have the opportunity to engage during these last 3 years. So since the project started in December 2022. So to the students from MBS, the University of Leuphana, the University of Trento, and the University of Burgos, who took part in the teaching activities and helped us in improving the platform. Also to the lecturers from the 19 universities who joined us in Montpellier for designing and promotion activity, and their contribution was really, really valuable in order to think how we can move sustainability accounting education ahead. Also to the professionals selected from DIRSE who reviewed and provided feedback on the learning materials and helping us to ensure their relevance and quality. To the invited academics and practitioners who participated in the teaching activities and in the setting and promotion activities, and also those that participated in the local events that the partners organized at their own institutions. Also, in terms of dissemination, I would like to thank the associations that supported these efforts, including CESAR and the CESAR Education Community of Practice. And now I'm going to apologize because the name of these associations are in German, French, and Italian, but I'm going to read them in English, sorry. So the French Accounting Association, the German Association of Lecturers and Professors for Business Administration, the Spanish Association of Accounting University Lecturers, and SIDREA, the Italian Society of Accounting and Business Economic Lecturers, among others. And last but not least, as a project coordinator, I also want to express my most sincere gratitude to all the members of the partner institutions who made this journey possible. So sorry, because I don't know where to put this. So to our colleagues from Gestionet in Bilbao, Estíbaliz, Gary, and Marco, to Julia and Stefan from the University of Leuphana, to Juliette from MBS in France, to Michele, Erika, and Caterina from the University of Trento in Italy, and also to my colleagues at the University of Burgos, Carlos, Clara, Paula, Germán, and Yolanda. Thank you all for being part of this collective effort. So as we emphasized throughout the day, especially when I was explaining the roadmap for producing the materials, your feedback is truly important for us. So we can invite you to share your thoughts on the organization of today's event by reading the form that you can access by scanning this QR code. There is no rush because next week we will be sending the certificate of attendance and you will receive a link with the form. So don't rush to do it now if you don't want to do it. But just in case, a head up that you will receive that email with the certificate of attendance. And with this, I also take the opportunity that if you haven't signed the attendance list, please do it before you leave the room. And then I would like just to finalize this closing session by asking you to keep in touch and continue the conversation beyond today's event. So feel free to join us on our social media platforms on LinkedIn. Also, you can sign up to our newsletter because we will be sharing the recording of today's sessions and also other information about the platform and the activities we carried out during the last semester. And also, we would like to hear from you. So especially of those of you that are educators. So if you plan to use the platform or if you want to provide feedback about the platform, please feel free to do it by writing an email to account4GreenEco@ubu.es. We would love to hear your thoughts because we want, as I said, we want to keep this platform alive. So we want to know how we can improve it in the future. So thank you all again for being part of this journey by joining us today. And with this, the conference ends. Thank you.